be the destination of that train that has just left Mombasa. Let's continue with our conversation. And President Uhuru Kenyatta quite stunned about any person who would be convicted of vandalism. He says that that person would go for the hang. What is your comment on that? Is it too extreme? He actually explains and says that it's now a capital offense. It would be a capital offense.
Maybe, Betty, thanks. Let's first say that that train today will not get to Nairobi in 4 hours.
No,
so
definitely.
Critics should not focus on that, say the first milestone was not achieved.
Okay.
Because the train has left Mombasa, is not going to get here in 4 hours because the president has to stop at all the stations and launch the activities at those stations. But from tomorrow, we want to see whether it gets here in Mombasa in 4 hours.
Okay.
Now, regarding the penalties, there's a very big scrap metal business in this country.
Yeah.
And you see all the roads in this country, you have the road furniture, as they call it, the side rails, and they are stolen every day. You find people parked on the roadside with a pickup, and you think that they are repairing, they are changing a wheel or something like that, but they are unscrewing the road rail and they take it away.
Right.
I would imagine what the president has in mind is that we know there is no death penalty for those economic crimes. But what the president has in mind, if you sabotage the SGR or any other transport system and people get killed. We've seen even in the Western North people being charged with murder because you sabotage a rail and the train went off the rail and killed people. That is economic sabotage. And but of course the law will have to be applied. I wouldn't want to say so much about it. But you can see the passion the president has about making sure that this train works. We saw even before the launch that some people had tried to sabotage the train, to vandalize some of the areas, and I think that is what he's calling economic sabotage.
All right.
Yeah.
Sydney, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I think it's unfortunate that he had to make that kind of a statement, because while he's making a statement about the SGR, which he's so passionate about, why is he not so passionate about corruption that is eating this country? Why is he not so passionate about economic crimes that happen every other day? And there is nothing much that we see. It is something that really, we believe in the rule of law. I am a stickler to the rule of law. But I find it strange that this government applies double standards in the rule of law. For example, as we speak right now, an amendment was sneaked into the MCA Act 129 so that it removes automatic or rather statutory powers to issue stop orders against a project that has been disputed. That was done illegally under a very strange bill about torture. Where does torture get involved with issues of the environment? So these are some of the things that we find strange. And as they went on to do that, our matter before court, where we got orders to stop this phase 2 of the SGR continue, they went on blatantly abusing that order, which is something that, as I'm saying, I see double standards. But fortunately for us, yesterday at 1 o'clock, we got reinstatements of the orders. So even any purported launch of phase 2 today, tomorrow, or any day, will be against the rule of law, because an order is in place until our matter is heard and determined. So double standards is what we find rather happening most of the times. Have the passion for economic crimes, not just crimes against the SGR, surely.
But going back to what Peter had said, I mean, if somebody vandalized part of the track, really it would put quite a number of lives in danger, and maybe that's where the president is coming from. Does that warrant it?
Of course, no Kenyan or any human being worth his salt would want to see harm or death being occasioned by theft or being occasioned by carelessness by others. But what are the mitigations also in terms of this train derailing? What are the mitigations, particularly in places like inside a tunnel that is being done? And it's a single chamber, supposing the train gets fire in there, how do you mitigate that? How have you taken care of people's lives? Yeah.
All right. Peter, let's go.
But I think, Sydney, I think let's be realistic. You're saying that no Kenyan would sabotage the SGR or something like that. But we have seen Kenyans who are in business of doing the wrong business because Kenyans will pay. You look at the bottled water in this country. People are being supplied water from the taps. and they are claiming it is natural water, mineral water, and so on, and charging Kenyans for that. And some of this water can actually cause diseases. And these are the saboteurs of the economy. That if you cause, we had a case of cholera the other day, or 2 cases of cholera. If you cause people to suffer from cholera because you supplied wrong water or raw water, we have seen even these trucks, water trucks, collecting water from dams or sewer places, and they don't treat that water.
All right.
So that is economic sabotage, which can cause the death of Kenyans, and that should be dealt with more than just the normal regular economic crime.
Let me just
All right.
let me just
Let me just
explain.
stop you there. We'll
Yeah.
come back to the conversation.